Hi, I'm Stephanie Townsend Ayala, elder law attorney and your video host for the El Paso Eldercare channel. Today we're speaking with Victoria Rosado. She's the live-in manager at Rio Norte Retirement Community. Welcome, Victoria. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
So tell me, how long have you been in this business?
We've been with the community for 4 years.
And what makes your community different?
What makes it different is live-in managers. That's what sets our community apart from all other senior communities in El Paso,
So
Texas.
you and your husband and your children all live there
Yes, we do.
with about 100 other residents?
Yeah, about 100, 115.
Now, why is that so important?
What makes that important is the fact that we are available 24 hours a day. We respond to little needs from, my cell phone doesn't want to turn on, to I'm really not feeling well. I'd like to go to the hospital. We respond immediately. We have emergency pull cords in the apartment, and the seniors know that they can go to bed knowing that if they need something, we're a phone call away, we're a pull cord away. We get there within 2 minutes versus them being at home alone, waiting for hours for somebody to find them. It can be
Correct.
tragic that way, and that's how we make up living on site. We're available 24 hours a day, and it gives them comfort and peace of mind, as well as their family and friends.
Now that's interesting that you're there 24/7. So this is for people who can't stay at home anymore, but it's not a nursing home.
That's correct. It's not only for people who can't stay at home, it's for people who don't want to have the responsibility of maintaining a home, of the landscaping, the plumbing. They want to live a retirement lifestyle, and we offer that with our social activities, our live entertainment, our happy hour. We make it a lively retirement lifestyle for them.
And I have to say, I've experienced that. I have a lot of clients who live at Rio Norte who are very happy. And every time I go there, it seems something's going on. The food is delicious. I can attest to that. So how do you help people make that transition from saying, I don't want to be at home, or their kids say, Mom, you're not safe at home anymore. I want you to live someplace where there's 24-hour somebody available.
We make that transition in several ways. We give them the peace of mind of helping them with their move. We recommend agencies that can take care of the move, the estate sale. We provide a peace of mind with the home health companies that come to our community, and that gives the family a peace of mind. It makes the move easier. Not only do we do that, we commit ourselves 90 days of adjusting. We help them adjust to the lifestyle.
And what happens in those first 90 days usually?
In the first 90 days, the first week is a little bit nerve-wracking. I mean, the seniors are going from a home that they've owned for 2 decades or so. They raised their children in there. They have a lot of memories in there. It's very hard for them and their family. Oftentimes, I find myself going into their apartment the first week and reassuring them before they get ready for bed, everything's going to be fine. If you need anything, call me. We help them for the 90 days. We check on them. We invite them to participate in activities so that they don't feel lonely. It doesn't feel awkward. We take that feeling away.
So what are some of the activities that you provide?
We have activities such as bingo, blackjack, poker, jewelry. We make beautiful jewelry. I have a resident that has made over 100 necklaces.
My goodness.
And art class,
You have
it's a
art
lot of
classes?
fun. We have learned along with our seniors that they are artists. It's a lot of fun.
That's neat that you're able to bring out the abilities of folks who are seniors who may be more elderly, and in that environment they're more comfortable. Now, what do you see in terms of the health of the residents? And I'm thinking particularly of a client of mine that I sent to Rio Norte a couple of years ago, and seeing the improvement in his health.
Yeah, I'm glad you're asking that. Some of the changes that we see, you have, let's say, your father living at home, and his daily routine is wake up, I make myself my toast, my oatmeal, and I watch TV. There's not a lot of mobility there. There's not a lot of mental stimulation, and the 3 square meals are definitely not there. And the family can either not be there because they live out of town, or they live in town but they're busy working and they're not available like they'd like to be. And so they move into our community. They're eating 3 meals a day, 4 square meals. Our breakfast is hearty, our lunch is hearty. You start to notice a difference. Oftentimes they come in and they seem a little confused, but that's because in their home they're not getting the mental stimulation that they need.
And I can attest to that. I have that one client in particular who was so sick. He was in a wheelchair. He was very sick, and I think close to death when he came there.
Yes, he was.
And I was shocked when I came to see him even 6 months after that, how good he looked. He was out walking around and interacting. I think it's the interaction. Tell me what impact that has.
It has a major impact. I mean, we have veterans socializing with other veterans, sharing stories. We have women who are in the Red Hat Society who meet another Red Hat member and they're socializing, and there opens up a great conversation, a great friendship. They then become neighbors, community family members. It's beautiful to watch.
That's neat. And so what are some of the obstacles that people have before they come in? What are some of the concerns that you'd like to address?
Many of the concerns that I see, one of them, first and foremost, is always the family's concern. I can't be there like I'd like to be there for my family. My mom is at home every day by herself, and I'm so worried about her. That's the biggest concern I see that we overcome right away.
And I guess they realize how lonely it can be staying at home all day. These elderly citizens who have not talked to another soul in months.
Mm-hmm.
And there are only human sounds or noises from the TV or the phone.
Absolutely. And initially they come in thinking, oh no, this is a big change for me. But then they start to realize these live-in managers are here for me. They're my support system. They're my go-to people. And they come and talk to us when they have a need, when they just need an ear.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they start to realize that they didn't have that at home.
What would you say to somebody who's considering that right now, just saying my mom's not safe, but I don't want to put her in a place like that because then it means that I don't love her, and it's not a place like that. I mean, it's just like an apartment complex but with good food and lots of fun.
What I would say is it's better to be 1 day early than 1 month too late, because you want to help your mom come and live a fulfilling lifestyle. A lot of times the seniors, they don't feel that that's a decision they need to make until a big life-changing situation takes place. And the family, they want to make sure that they're supporting their parents. But it's also important to know that your parents can still flourish. So don't be afraid to make that step. Bring them in, encourage them, let them know, Mom, you're going to feel so much better after this. You're going to have a lot more energy. It's a great, great feeling that they gain when they move in.
We're talking today with Victoria Rosada. She is the live-in manager at Rio Norte Retirement Communities. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We're speaking today with Victoria Rosado. She is the live-in manager for Rio Norte Retirement Community. And Victoria, tell me, some of the residents have lived there for quite some time. You said you have somebody who's lived there 16 years?
Yes, we do. We have residents that they knew each other when they lived in their houses. They participated in social activities and they moved in and said, hey, I remember seeing you and living down the street from you. Our children went to the same high school and now they've lived there for 16 years, 8 years. I had the resident that's lived there 16 years. He was an avid golfer and a ballroom dancer. And he's been able to age in place. And now I'm starting to see baby boomers move in, and it's really exciting. I have a couple that just moved in and they're in their 60s, and they came into the community saying, we don't want to live at our house anymore. We don't want to have to worry about it. We want to have our free time. We want to have to be worry-free of maintenance. And it's really exciting as a live-in manager watching them do that. watching them participate in activities, watching the wife and jewelry class socializing. What struck me the most is when they said that they wanted to live there for the rest of their life.
That could be 30 years.
It could be. And they see themselves with the residents and they love it. They love interacting with them and knowing that this is their new permanent home.
So, and a lot of people worry that it's just too expensive, but it really isn't that expensive, is it?
No, it's not. It's an all-inclusive lifestyle. Inclusive in the rent is the 3 meals a day, housekeeping, transportation, live-in management, which provides security and comfort 24 hours a day. And we have our maintenance that's available. We maintain the landscaping. It's a worry-free lifestyle.
And the food, again, is delicious. I
It's
can attest to
amazing.
that.
Yeah,
Chef does a great job.
he does. And he's been with our community for 14 years. He started off as a dishwasher, and he's our executive chef.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, congratulations. And now you said you've been doing this 4 years, and in those 4 years, what are some of the other concerns that you've seen that you've had to address?
Some of the concerns that I've seen is when I have a family that comes in and they don't feel that it's time yet. They love it. It's beautiful. They're just enamored with the look, the smell, and the feel of the community, but they feel that it's not quite time. I think I could wait a year. And I see them and I see that they're a little bit fragile, and just knowing that they could flourish in our community. I mean, there's a physical therapist who rents space in there and provides physical therapy to the residents. Knowing that they could be given that assistance and living there in an independent setting. Sometimes I just want to say, make the decision today. This is going to help you. We're here to help you.
I find sometimes, especially with my lady clients, they've been mothers and wives their entire lives, and they take care of everybody else. And when it comes time for us to take care of them, they give us trouble.
Absolutely. It's really hard. They're giving up their independence.
How do you help deal with that when people just want to say, I don't want anyone fussing, I don't want you to help me do this, I want to do it on my own?
Being a live-in manager allows you to understand where they're coming from. And what I love about my job is I spend a lot of personal time with them. Sometimes they just need a companion. I've had a resident that says, just come over and talk to me for a little. And I learned so much about them, and it really helps me understand where they're coming from, which allows me to help them overcome those feelings.
And again, how do you address the issue? You were talking earlier about what's included and what kind of pricing are we looking at on average?
The type of pricing you're looking at is starting rate. We're looking at about $1,600
Okay.
for a studio.
Okay.
And we have studio, 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, and cottages.
So it's for $1,600. I mean, you can have every month all of your meals. There's physical therapy, all of the activities. You have drivers that take people places, right?
Yes.
And what else is included?
Well, actually, what makes it beneficial is that independent living allows them to pay for that, and their medical coverage, such as insurance and TRICARE, can cover the physical therapist.
And you can be there and be on
nurse.
Medicaid as well.
Exactly.
Okay.
They can have a nurse that is catering to them based on their doctor's request, whether that be 3 or 5 days a week. And they can still live in our community just as they would at home, having a home health nurse come visit them, a physical therapist.
That's amazing. And if you had to sum up, or what would you like to tell to our viewers who are thinking about Rio Norte or thinking about their parents, especially in this situation?
I would say that it's really important to know that there is an option that is independent living. I was raised in El Paso, and I know that we only are aware of assisted living and nursing homes. And there's a new option. There's an option out there for you for comfort and peace of mind, where you know that your parents still have the freedom to use the doctor they've used for decades, to be able to come and go as they please, to drive if they need to visit their children with no restrictions to when they have to come back, knowing that their parents can be in a place where they still have their freedom as they would have at their house, but have the security and the 3 meals a day provided for them. It's important to know that that's an option now. That's an option, and we're here to help.
And to think, that there's no way that any of your residents would fall in the bathroom and be there for days and nobody knows.
No.
And see, I see a lot of my families coming in with that. So what you're really providing is peace of mind. Anything else that you want to say to our viewers today?
I would like to say, stop by, come in for a complimentary meal, and just come and get to know us. Our residents are very friendly. They love to introduce themselves. They love to share their experiences, and that's the best way to get to know our community. Come talk to our residents. They'll tell our guests how much they love Rio Norte.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Victoria Rosado, the live-in manager for the Rio Norte Retirement Communities. Thank you so much. This has been very informative.
Thank you, Stephanie.
We'll see you next time here on the El Paso Eldercare channel. Thanks.